Hold up, they all on me like I want some. Think I got what you need, well I have none. Hop off, you're a freak and I'm handsome.
You know, there's got to be some room for some trapping and stuff, otherwise things would just be overrun.
What do you mean overrun?
Well, they would there's no natural way to, balance it out there.
You don't think like there's like predators in the ecosystem, wolves and bears and...
Not enough.
Well, I agree that there aren't enough, but I think the main reason there aren't enough is because humans have been killing the predators. Humans in some ways target predators more than we think of as prey animals, often to protect agriculture, right?
I think they could be harvested, like trees, but
okay.
Ethically,
So what does that look like specifically?
Well, don't be sick about it.
Okay.
Get it done. It's like humanely putting down a cat or dog.
Okay.
Right? We do it, and we don't feel good about it, but it's.
So I have 2 cats. If I killed them to make like real trim for my coat, but like I do it really quickly.
Well, it's different. These are
okay.
Animals, right?
Yeah, they're my pets. Yeah. So what's the difference, you think?
Well, it's like IKEA with their furniture. They grow wood specifically for their furniture.
Okay. So if I bought the cat specifically with the intention to kill them.
We're still talking about domestic animals.
Okay, well, cats and dogs, they do use them for fur trim.
Well, that's ridiculous.
Okay, but those animals would be part of the fur industry and raised just the exact same way that foxes and mink and these other are.
I don't think society would accept that.
It doesn't happen. I don't know that it happens. I'm not super educated like in this country as much, but there are other countries where.
First time I've ever heard of it.
Are you familiar with them eating cats and dogs in like Asia and stuff?
Well, sure, but.
So, your opinion on that?
Oh,
it's weird. Oh, there! And clearly, I've not read the pamphlets. Can you tell me like what specifically it is though about domestic animals that makes it like morally wrong to?
Well, I mean, we've custom created these things.
Okay.
Right? We've bred them to, so they're beside us. So, I mean, that's kind of how I see it. It's done humanely.
But it's still for like.
Here,
all right.
Okay, here's the thing.
Traps?
Well.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you to give me like a really specific example of how you would like a raccoon, for example. How do we kill this raccoon in a human way to make a fur trim?
It would be, like a death trap, not
a death trap.
Not a leg trap.
So it's just walking along, like living its life, trying to like find a mate or whatever, and then out of nowhere something comes and kills it instantly. Like,
but I mean, if that wasn't happening, there'd be more, raccoons on the earth than people.
Well, I don't think so because of the way the natural ecosystem works. So suppose we were starting to get a real increase in raccoon population in a certain area, the wolf population would start eating a lot more raccoons, right?
All I'm saying is there's got to be room for, we're here for us.
What makes you say that? That's a really interesting point. I think we'd have to get to the meat of that issue before we get further.
Well, that's the way I see, creation.
Okay. So what happened? Like, tell me the creation story as it pertains to animals.
Well, my wife's waiting for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. The point I was going to make very quickly is that animals were actually created before humans. And so humans existed independently, animals existed independently for a while. And interestingly, Adam was actually told to seek a partner out among the animals, and it was only after that woman was even created. And so for that entire period, they were explicitly told to eat from the plants, the fruit and seed.
I don't see it that way. I think that Eve was always coming out of Adam.
Yeah, right? That's what the story says. But before that, that's not even really the important bit, right?
His greatest creation was on the 7th day.
Does it?
6th day.
Does it?
Rested on the 7th.
I don't even know if it necessarily says greatest, to be honest. I think they were all meant to be important.
Because we were created in His image.
Well, can we agree that
if we're created in His image, then is that, like the raccoons were created, he didn't label them as created in my image. We are.
But isn't it interesting that animals were only ever killed after sin entered the earth?
Yeah.
Before that, they were explicitly told only to eat plants.
We're in a fallen world here.
Okay.
Right? This is not how it was intended.
So like cruelty was not something that was intended to.
Part of the fall.
So shouldn't we be trying to minimize cruelty, things like that?
Yeah, and I think we do. We're getting better at it.
But I think the absolute minimum amount of cruelty when it comes to fur would be not killing animals to wear them. Like, unless it was a survival situation, like if you drop me off in the middle of the mountains in December or whatever, not that I would be able to kill a wolf or something, but if I won that fight, yeah, if I won that fight, I would definitely wear its fur. But like, you can buy really warm coats. In fact, I think your coat might not have any animal products in it, and you can get much warmer, higher tech versions. So it's just an unnecessary amount of cruelty when the amount of cruelty necessary is 0.
Yeah, but right? I think it's more about stuff than necessity.
Right. I think you're right about that. Most people buy it for the fashion, for the prestige.
Yeah. I love this thing. It's the only jacket I wore all year.
So like even when we're talking about
but
oh no, she needs that. Oh, thank you. But like that raccoon that we were talking about that was killed instantly, like that's still some amount of cruelty more necessary than the absolute 0 that could happen. Like that raccoon could have went on to live their life and spend another day in the sunshine and have another good meal.
Okay, but again, you're talking as a youngster, like I don't feel this way anymore. I never raised my kids like this.
Okay.
But we kill everything for no reason, no purpose, right? We just go down to the slough and shoot whatever we wanted.
And you say you don't feel that way anymore?
No.
Why not?
No.
Why is that wrong?
It just seems like a waste.
A waste.
Yeah.
A waste of a life.
Yeah. Yeah, and just it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Right. But if at the same time, I knew guys that were harvesting. They had a trap line.
Okay.
Like kids in high school that had a trap line, a legitimate trap line, and they would go there 3 times a day to check their trap lines, and they'd harvest 700-800 muskrats a year.
Yeah.
Ship them off to Winnipeg, right? And it seemed okay.
Well, because they're making money off of that, right?
Yeah.
So that's their livelihood.
But what I was doing was just reckless stupidity.
Okay. But like ultimately,
so harvesting muskrats. Plus, the fact we have cousins who have mink farms with, 15, 20,000 mink.
Okay.
They treat these things like they're kids, but they all, end up.
They kill them.
Getting harvested.
Right, and if I harvested my kids, it would be a pretty big deal.
Yeah, but it's different. It's not apples to apples.
They all on me like they want some. Think I got what you need, well I have none. Hop off, you're a freak and I'm handsome. Slide up in the club like